gratitude anthem.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Our chairman, CMA Shankar Panikar, who is based at Cochin, has already spoken about the program. So he wants to address all the members who are present here.
Good evening, friends. This is Shankar Panikar again. Welcome to the fourth professional development series talk today, and we have a very interesting topic, which is performance management in MSME. Needless to say, this particular sector is contributing, I would say, almost 30 to 33% of Indian GDP. More than that, it is having about 6.3 crores of units. And I was just analyzing the spread. When you look at the rural presence and the urban presence, so almost 51 to 49%. So therefore, in India, if you take as a country, MSME units are spread across on a reasonably spread. So it is actually giving a lot of employment. Now, if you look detailed into the microscopically into this particular thing, it says that recent government of India has given a lot of importance to this particular MSME sector. It has come out with Udyam registrations. There are about 1.02 crores. And the registration, 1.02 crores is the MSMEs, which is under the Udyog Aadhar memorandum, and number of registered MSMEs are in the Udyam registration is 9.58 million. Now, how much is this contributing to Indian economy? As I said, roughly about 33.4%. Now, how does this have an impact on our industry is very, very interesting. If you look at any of the major players, I'm talking about the large manufacturing units, they survive based on this MSMEs. Now, if you look at what are the unique features of MSME, it is actually plugged with a lot of unprofessionalism. See, if you ask me, now I'm into the insolvency space, I've always observed that almost reasonably, other than the dirty dozen companies which has been referred by RBI for the insolvency, almost all the companies fall into the MSME bracket, and it comes with a leading indicator that whenever it goes for a default doesn't happen overnight. It gives you leading indicators. Likewise, in this case of MSME, there will be always some leading indicators. There we see an opportunity to check the performance. So if an MSME has an inbuilt system of measuring the performance, I'm sure that this sort of defaults or other things will not happen. How does it impact? What is the opportunity for cost accountants? Is just again a huge opportunity when it comes to management accounting, and when it comes to performance management. You please tell me who else other than cost and management accountants have a fair edge over others. Now the beauty is to get a wonderful speaker like Sri Venkatramani sir among us to deliberate on this topic. He is actually one of the members of the task force. You're going to hear a lot of new things from him now. And ever since we published this particular brochure to my WhatsApp groups and other institute members, I started getting calls. I would like to speak to sir, and can you please share the numbers? It was my pleasure to share his number. So be it as it may. Thank you, Venkatramani sir, so much for obliging. And thank you, Rajesh IAS, for taking the lead. And thank you so much, my beloved friends, colleagues of the profession. Please keep continuing, supporting us for all these initiatives. This comes definitely as a energy for all of us to work. And thank you, our Secretariat of SIRC. And I understand there's a few students are also there. Friends, this is an opportunity to get exposed. Grab this opportunity. Thank you so much, friends. Happy learning of performance management in MSME sector. Thank you so much.
Now I request Murli sir to hand over a memento to the speaker. And the okay. We have got an excellent speaker by CMA R. Venkatramani, who has got 40 years experience in running an MSME unit all throughout his life. So he comes with a valuable and rich experience which he would like to share. So I don't want to take much of a time between him and you all, so that he can take. He will be able to address you all. Now I request Murli sir to address the members, because he has also come.
R. Venkatramani sir, who is the chief guest for today's evening, come resource person, Mr. Rajesh Iyer, treasurer, senior members of the profession, students, invitees and guests. At the outset, I am very happy that we have a very important session today. The topic is a very, very important one, performance management in MSME. The papers, if you go through, the challenge what the MSME is today facing is the power tariff increase, the power challenge. Same thing what we are facing here now. So whatever, when comparative study with the other states, how we are placed, how our MSME, sir, how our MSMEs are placed vis-a-vis the MSMEs in other states, general condition of MSMEs, this is the challenge to be seen. And what are all the challenges which you all know? The fund shortage, the liquidity problem the MSMEs are facing. The packets have to be deep to face the working capital challenge. The second one is the shortage of manpower. The what do you call the expert employees. To retain, it's a very costly measure because it will push up the working capital thing. In fact, today, while I was discussing with one member who was a former CEO of a company, he was telling why not our CMA Institute should push virtual CFO concept for MSMEs. See, they cannot afford a full-fledged professional as a CFO, but then now, due to the challenges posed by COVID, there are many opportunities also. There are many retired CFOs or CFOs who are who time is available. Why can't their expertise could be utilized for the strategizing the success of MSMEs? This is what one of the member was telling. It was a great suggestion. In fact, they cannot go for a full-fledged person. He also did not be working full-time. So these are all certain issues. And I want to tell Adi Godrej said, I mentioned in this forum earlier, he mentioned in the AGM, annual general meeting, Adi Godrej, why liquidity is important. He said sales is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is the reality, he mentioned. For any enterprise, sales is very important. How much market share you are holding, that's a very important concept. But what is the use of the sales? What is the use of that revenue if you don't have a profit element into it? So then your sales becomes a vanity. But then profit is important. But if this profit is not translated into liquidity, cash flow, if it is not there, there will be cash crunch. If your profit is blocked in work in process, finished goods lying in your godown, sundry debtors or raw material stock. What is the use? So the profit has to be there, it should be realized. That's very important. That's why Adi Godrej said, sales is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is the reality, he said. That realistic thing, cash, liquidity, that is missing in MSMEs, that is a challenge. That is a challenge. See, by merely quoting how much outstanding you have for MSMEs in your balance sheet, how much due, in fact, the MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, have given a circular. In that they said rounding off of the figures. You would have seen that comes this financial year, it is applicable. This is the first year. If it is sales is less than 100 crores, you can round it off even to hundreds, lakhs and other things they have mentioned. Along with that, in the balance sheet financials, the sundry debtors and creditors should be broken up the figure MSME. What is the component? They have mentioned it actually. But that does not translate into cash. They mentioned they want to highlight even public sector. Where I was a director, even at that time also, even Navaratna, Miniratna, Maharatna companies have to mention how much amount due to MSMEs. But what is the use? But it should be timely, the fund should be available. This is very, very important for MSMEs. How it is possible? By giving, lesser rate by bank loan, it will not serve the process because they cannot be able to service the loan today. See, we are one of the largest files we used to handle for Ambattur, Gindi, Ranipet, Hospet, Hosur, industrial estate people. So many books of account used to come, not now 30, 35 years back. The challenge is many of them not available also today. Many of the MSMEs not seen today. So the challenge is the fund, working capital, the shortage of excellent manpower, all those things, it's a challenge. And here is a person, Mr. Venkatramani. He is not just a professional alone. He is an entrepreneur. He himself represents MSME. You will be reading what are all the circulars given by the regulators, our institute. But then he is facing at the grassroots. The pearls of wisdom emanating out of his practical experience should stand in good stead for professionals like you. Because he really would have underwent all those things. You would have got a good customer, the quality products he will be doing it. So that thing is there. But what I have seen, even if you improve your scale by getting a loan or whatever it is, the sundry debtors is going up, again cash crunch is coming at a higher level for MSMEs. This is the issue. And now after the GST has come, many of the small timers had some challenges actually. MSMEs facing a lot of issues as such. Many of them not at all, they are vanished, I would say. Many of them they are given to IT companies. Even in our Gindi, many of our allotted land has been taken over by IT companies or people who are from the app-oriented companies. They have taken over. This is a challenge. And here is a person who is going to share his hands-on experience. I finished the cost audit report, I have done this, I have handled, that is one aspect. But I am running that enterprise, I am running the MSME. So as a proprietor, as a owner, what are all the challenges I have faced, how I have overcome, what is being there, that type of key factors we call, limiting factors we call. So that type of thing you will be able to highlight. That is the special today's evening. He is not just a professional converted into entrepreneur. It is being recorded. Everyone is going to see that. My earnest appeal to the staff as well as the elected members is that to keep on electrician. When I was chairman, the first condition I used to say, unless and until this electrician, all these people come before me, I will not start. Selvam sir knows always that person has to appear before me. This electrician, I will personally test all the AC, then only it will start. You have to certain best because the cost is very important, but more important is performance. This is why he is going to talk on that. Actually, cost effectiveness is important, but performance measurement is that the combined time of the members and students. And we must give topic because 5 o'clock around that it is gone. Now it is 7 o'clock. And educational institutions are priority. So why let that recorded part of the thing so that ensure that next time there should be a firefighting should be there. It may not 99 point, but still that 1% also we must avoid, because he is our part of our person, no problem. Radhakrishnan, we are going to ask IAS next time, so that he should carry home pleasant memories. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Huh? See, Venkatramani sir's profile, I'll just give a synopsis. He has been in a CMA for nearly 40 years. And he has been running his own MSME unit. And he has been very passionate about cost management and corporate governance. These are his positive attributes. So I request him to start his PPT presentation. Thanking you.
I think I don't have to go to details of MSME. You may be knowing the definitions of MSME, and anybody has got any idea how many MSMEs are there in the country? You guess, no problem. There are 6.3 million MSMEs, registered MSMEs in the country, out of which 2 million MSMEs are into manufacturing. Because the definition of MSME after the Act came, even traders are classified under MSME actually. So there are totally 6.3 million MSMEs, out of which 2 million MSMEs are into manufacturing. That 2 million includes micro, small and medium. Micro is lowest end. I think our members may not be able to address the micro level actually, because it is less than 5 crore turnover and less than 1 crore plant and machinery criteria. Plant and machinery is not a big thing, but turnover is very, very important. So out of 2 million MSMEs, I feel that at least 50% will be small and medium units. And particularly Tamil Nadu is blessed with a lot of MSMEs actually. Particularly the Coimbatore belt, Coimbatore, Tirupur, Erode, Salem belt is this one, and Chennai belt, Chennai, Kanjipuram, Tiruvallur, other district belt. Even Ambur, Vaniambadi, that Kovilpatti, the Sivagasi. If you go this one, anywhere it is spread, mostly it is spread throughout the state. And we have got one of the highest MSME registrations actually, and we are doing a lot of exports also. And 45% of the country's exports is done by MSME. That is another important aspect is we are our export out of this one, agricultural export is there, other exports are there, manufacturing exports, but 45% is by MSMEs. So they play a very, very important role in our exports, and they give maximum employment also. Creation of employment is very large actually. Anyway, we'll go to the next slide. I don't want to talk much about MSME this one, but just for information I am giving this. See, typical cost structure of MSME, we'll go to the subject directly. Typical cost structure, the material cost will constitute anywhere between 65 to 85% of the total cost. The procurement of materials, this one, that is a very, very important cost. Typically it is around 75%. I said 65 to 85. Normally it is around 75% is a material cost actually. Then next important item of cost is wages, salaries, power and fuel. We have seen the power problems now. MSME, all the MSMEs are facing power problems actually. Particularly after the increase in electricity cost and other things, MSMEs are facing, sir already told you, we are all facing havoc actually. So this is the second important cost. Third is interest. We have to borrow from banks for both the term loan and working capital. That is a major component. So if you really this one, normally in the marginal costing system we all know very well actually. You take this 65% to 85%, that is 75%, you take it as a variable cost. Rest of the thing, everything you treat it as a fixed cost. Because salary you are paying by time. Only volume related cost is only material cost. Salary you are paying by every month or every week, every day you have to pay salary. Similarly, term loan interest, working capital interest are all time related. This one. Whether you use the machinery or not, or use the working capital or not, you have to pay interest to the bank. And power and fuel is partly variable. But because MSME cannot have a full-fledged costing system. They don't have even financial accounting system. So you don't expect them to have a very big costing system and other thing. For simplicity, I have taken only material cost as a variable cost because that constitutes 75% of the cost. Another 20% is all other items put together. Maybe 5% they may make profits actually. That's what I said. All other costs could be clubbed together as fixed cost for developing a simple marginal costing system. I am not asking for any complicated system, a simple marginal costing system. Only thing is, it is very, very important is this material accounting that right from purchase requisition, purchase order, goods received note, material requisition note, bin cards, stock register, material transfer note, return note, and finished goods transfer note. All those things, material accounting system is very much important, which our members are supposed to be experts on that actually. That you, because 75% is on the material. You have to have a foolproof system for recording the material movements actually. And ISO, most of the good MSMEs, they are covered under ISO 9000 audit. And normally this TUV or BVQA, the foreign auditors only, they do it. And they cover material audit is part of ISO 9000. Normal, our financial auditors don't do it. But ISO 9000 insists on a proper material accounting system, and they do sample audit. They don't do full audit, they do a sample audit. In fact, when the ISO 9000 auditor comes, they will ask the purchase person as well as storekeeper, another related to material. They will call them and discuss with them directly actually, how they maintain. And they go to the stores and see the bins, how it is maintained. All those things they see actually. It has to be properly stored, and certain materials have to be stored at a particular temperature. All those things they do, because the only technical person comes for this ISO 9000 audit. They know very well and they go through detail actually. Yeah, we'll go to the next slide. I'm just limitations of the present costing system I am telling you. Marginal costing, we all know that either time related or volume related. There are only two. So material is volume related, rest of the thing I have taken as time related cost actually. Volume related information, our stores accounting records, it will give you, material records will give you full volume related information up to the first issue to the first product. So the first job captures the material. After that, for work in process, there is no proper accounting system. All of us know, even big companies, this is the problem actually. We will address that actually. In my slide, the subsequent slides, we are addressing that problem actually. Time related information is not captured accurately in the costing system. That we have to accept first. Now, next to this one, for the capturing the time related information, I will introduce a simple form later actually. It is possible. Why it is possible? Because my customer is a German customer, multinational customer, and German costing system, GPK, what is known as, the GPK is developed by an industrial engineer. This industrial engineer, you know, they will always carry a stopwatch. That is the tool actually. So they have developed a systematic costing system, a logical and scientific costing system, German costing system, where they have this one time related information you can capture with a single form. I will tell you the form. It is filled by my lowest level employee. Ordinary worker fills. You can even make it in a regional language, local language actually. There is no problem actually. Then another this one is that when you give it to the workers, field level people, they don't know about accounting, finance and other things. So let them record the information, non-monetary information. That is sufficient actually. You don't have to go for monetary information. And we are supposed to be experts in standard costing, and we can couple non-monetary information with standard costing and make it into a this one. Every value adding at each and every process we can do it actually. That is possible actually. All these informations are available in ISO 9000. Earlier I said ISO 9000 has got lot of non-monetary information. That information is not at all used properly within the organization. Those information we can make use of it. If we couple costing with that non-monetary information, we can definitely do it actually. We will do a wonderful job. Now these softwares are available actually. Simple software, you forget about Tally and other things. There are some other cloud-based software is available at a throwaway cost actually. You can use those information and have a standard costing system. Because 75% is material which you are going to have a full-fledged system. You don't apply standard costing there. Remaining 20% only you are going to apply standard costing. That standard costing also, because the salary or how much you are going to pay, you know. So based on which you can fix standards every month. Power cost you know, interest cost you know. If you couple all these things out of 20%, more than 15% you can straight away, it is actual cost, it is not even standard cost. We call it as standard cost, but it is actual cost. This will enable valuation of work in process in a more scientific and logical manner. That also will come based on the form what I am going to introduce at a later date. You can have a pakka valuation of work in process at every stage. Okay, next slide. This is the Havali monitoring sheet. Actually, really, what happened? My customer, German customer, used to conduct lot of training programs. Normally, my staff will attend regularly. Sometimes they will ask for the top management to come. So once I attended, and this fellow introduced this Havali monitoring sheet, and I was thrilled actually, because I passed out costing more than 4 decades back. How to measure time is the biggest challenge for all of us. So Germans have invented this Havali monitoring sheet. The sheet will come later actually. I'll show this sheet. The Havali monitoring sheet they addressed in the meeting actually. Then I digged up and tried to get some information actually, because he is our customer. I cannot get full information, but I digged out some information and got it actually. Informally I discussed with some people, and German costing system has got this Havali monitoring sheet. Now it is available in the IATF, that is apart from ISO 9000, International Automotive Task Force for automobile component manufacturers. They have to get IATF certification. Then only they are permitted to supply to another automobile parent unit. Because we are all ancillary unit for auto component manufacturer. We are tier 2 supplier. See, the Hyundai, Maruti, like people are regular buyers. They are tier 1. They are the main assemblers of the cars, vehicles, and everybody. You take even trucks, tractors like Tape and other things. They are all automobile assemblers. The tier 1 supplier is the main, this one, direct supplier to the parent unit, which is assembling unit. And we are supplying to the, this one, tier 1 supplier. For example, the TVS group companies are all tier 1 suppliers. Whoever is ancillary to TVS will be tier 2 suppliers, and this, everybody has to go for IATF certification. Otherwise, we are untouchable. Simple. It is a very tough. It is not compared to ISO 9000. It is very tough. But in the IATF, this Havali monitoring sheet is available. You can go through it actually. So again, I am coming. Measuring time is an important cost of component of cost management. Havali monitoring sheet enables it actually. It captures productivity of labor, machine, tools, dies, jigs, pictures, quality of output, quality rejections, defectives, reworking, all those things you can, wastage, spoilage, everything it will capture actually, this hourly monitoring sheet. And it also captures reasons for losses. Suppose I have to produce 50 pieces per hour. I am doing only 45. 5 pieces are a loss. Why is that 5 pieces loss? For input material is not good, machine is not performing, or tool is not performing. Anything. You can have this one. There is this one you have to just tick only. Reason for losses, it is a code word is there, you have to just tick in this. The field level worker will not go through this one, they will just mention it actually. So out of 45 only, instead of 50 I only produce 45, only 43 is accepted. That means 2 is rejected. That is a quality problem. All those things are captured in that sheet actually. Then next, this one, all this information are in non-monetary form only, quantity only. They don't bring anywhere accounting, finance, they don't bring it actually, because the worker level they are filling. They will fill, I am supposed to produce 50, I produced so much, and for shortfall, this is the reason, that's all he records actually. And whatever is throughput, it is accepted 100% quality, accepted means 100% quality acceptance. If it is 90%, 95%, it is recorded here. Because when you have some 10 processes one by one in a production line, the next fellow, he will say that he is your customer. The first process man, he buys raw material from stores and produces, makes some processes. Then he gives to the second fellow. Then it goes to third fellow like that. The second fellow is customer of first fellow. So if the quality is not all right, he himself will point out. So that is recorded. So it can be 9.99 mm or 10.01 mm. So like that we have to accept. It is not going to change the cost structure in a very big way. It will be almost 98-99% accurate. That is sufficient for decision making purpose. And then working process inventory valuation, earlier I told you that is possible in this. To the next sheet. See, this is the hourly monitoring sheet. See, this is my company name actually, Westcott. This is what is the production line. I have taken for one line only, stator line I have taken. Quality losses is recorded here. Availability losses is recorded here. If there is a material shortage also, it is recorded there. Then performance, machine performance, all those things are recorded there. Then we put it, see time 6:30 to 7:30. How much you are supposed to produce, how much you have actually produced, and losses they record, shortfall losses they record. Similarly, women everywhere, every hour they record. My lowermost worker, he fills daily and hands over to the supervisor, line supervisor. I am talking of one line only, I am just taken it actually. This sheet is very, very important. It records time, captures time related information in a very scientific and logical manner actually. This is the basic necessity for the performance management. Next I am coming, based on this sheet only we are going to. Here if you see, quality, availability, performance. These three are the main criteria. I will go to the next slide where the formula is there. This advantage of each employee right from bottom of the pyramid fills a sheet. That is very, very important. Productivity and efficiency of every employee is recorded. Not only at lower level, even higher level people have to this one. They can record. Supervisors and higher people can record. Here, because since everybody is filling, what he has done is recorded. So the valuation of work in process is possible at every stage. Suppose after 10 processes, today evening closing, only 5 processes are completed. Up to that 5 process, you can have the valuation. Very accurate, I mean, fairly accurate valuation of work in process is possible in this. Work in process inventory valuation is possible in a scientific manner. That is very, very important. Then productivity of machines, tools, etc. are monitored perpetually, and maintenance team concentrate on preventive maintenance for improving performance. See what happens in a 10 machine line, one machine will not perform and it will drop the whole production. So the maintenance team can concentrate on that machine. Now today power failure is not there. Like that in a manufacturing line, suppose 8 process or 10 process is there. One particular machine is a rogue machine, we call it rogue machine. That machine will not perform like other machines. So the maintenance team will concentrate on that machine. That total TPM, total preventive maintenance, everything they will concentrate only on that machine. That's very, very important actually. See, performance, if you have to achieve overall performance, you have to, at micro level, at each and every level, you have to do the performance. Then only you can achieve overall performance. In effect, man, machine, material are closely monitored with effective controls. Okay, next. See, now I will come to a formula. Overall equipment effectiveness. This is the, for this one, it is a accepted formula throughout the world actually. The IATF has got this one. We are supposed to calculate for every machine daily, and on machine wise it will go to my supervisor, and overall this one will come to me, so that my supervisor will concentrate where the rogue machine is there, those areas he will concentrate. I will concentrate. Now yesterday OEE was how much percentage, today OEE how much percentage, only I will this one. Like Partha sheet used to buy this, some of the this one, Ghanshyam Das Birla only introduced that Partha system actually. He used to get a single sheet daily. All the relevant information will be heard. Like that, this information will come to me. Overall equipment efficiency, that effectiveness, overall equipment effectiveness will come. Here, this is a formula only. This OEE is nothing but availability multiplied by performance multiplied by quality in percentage terms. Suppose this is availability is 90%, performance is 90%. 90 into 90, 81% only will come. Then quality, suppose if we are achieving 98% acceptance, 81 into 0.98, somewhere around 80% it will come. So this is very, very important for our CMS. This is sitting in the accounting department in an AC room will not solve the problems of the MSME unit. Not only MSME, any unit. So we have to get this one. I explained actually this availability of equipment, how it is calculated, performance of the equipment, how it is calculated. Then next slide, quality, good count by total count. Suppose I produce 100, out of which 95 is okay, means that is a quality. Percentage, everything is calculated in percentage terms. Now OEE equal to A into P into Q, availability into performance into quality. So this is a very, very important, this one. OEE, there is a global benchmarks are available. This is a global subject, it is not related to India alone. Suppose 80 to 85%, for example, for our automobile industry, 83% is a global OEE, this one. So what we call it, 80 to 80% is a good world class. 83% is actually for automobile. Suppose if it is 75%, there is scope for improvement. You can, you can get into individual machines, improve the performance so that overall OEE improves. the industrial engineers will this one. See, you have to work with quality team and industrial engineering team. See, the industrial engineers, they have the stopwatch. What is this one? For example, real industrial engineer, in my customer's premises, I am telling you, same fellow operates 3 machines because he loads this here. It takes 30 seconds for the process, and he has time. He loads the second machine, and the other side, third machine is there. So within 10 seconds he loads. Then he removes and puts further machine. Time management, because salaries are very costly. Workers are very, sir, he was telling, workers are not available. Because after this COVID, people who migrated to Bihar, Orissa and other people, they have not returned. We don't have people. See, a real good company, industrial engineers will do all these things. And the owner of a MSME unit basically will be an engineer, and he has all the information. You don't have to ask anybody. Here you don't have a big team of an industrial engineer or quality control manager. Some people will be there, quality control in charge, some technical team will be there, production team will be there, definitely will be there. Not very big, higher caliber people. But the owner knows all these things because he is basically an engineer. The promoter of MSME manufacturing unit is an engineer. He knows everything actually. The importance of this OEE, he comes to know. You teach him. He will definitely interested. For calculation of OEE is available in this one. ERP systems are available. Otherwise, in the regular this one laptop computer with Excel sheet you can calculate. That's not a big issue actually. And software for smaller units are also available. You can have the software; it will automatically calculate actually. Yeah. Next. See, based on improving the OEE, how the profits is affected, I have brought it in a table. For one particular line, I have taken it actually. See, capacity of the production line is 60 units per hour, and the selling price I assumed at 300 rupees. This is a pre-COVID price actually. It's actual price, but pre-COVID price. Now, raw material cost is, as I said, 75%. Raw material cost 75%, I said 225 rupees. So, the contribution is only 75 rupees per unit. I am running 2 shifts per day, that is 16 hours per day. That is my total this one. I am supposed to produce at maximum 100% OEE, I will produce only 960 units per day. And my fixed cost I calculated at 40,000 rupees per day for that line, that particular line. Now OEE, if it is 70%, units produced is 70 into 960, 672 units. So contribution is 672 into 75 rupees. This is the contribution. My fixed cost is 40,000. I am making only 10,000 rupees profits. Suppose I improve my OEE from 70 to 75%, because I am not using any new machine, new labor, except material. All other things are, I am paying only the same salary, same this one. If my OEE improves to 75%, I produce 720 units, and my contribution is 54,000 units. And the same fixed cost of 40,000, I make, my profit goes up by more than 30%. Suppose I take it to 80%, you calculate, 768 is the production, contribution is so much, fixed cost is so much, and I make a profit of 17,600. That means from 10,000 I am going to 17,000. Suppose I really go world class 85%, my profit doubles from 10,400 to 21,000. See, the OEE is a God-given gift for our CMS, I am telling you. You introduce that hourly monitoring sheet, the information is available in the hourly monitoring sheet, and go for OEE calculation. Actually, we have all studied some industrial engineering subjects at the intermediate level. During my days, I have studied. There was one paper called Factory Organization and Management. Engineering paper is different. There is one paper called Factory Organization and Management those days. In 70s I am talking. That paper was there. There all this time study, motion study, all those things will come in that paper actually. I don't know whether it is continuing now or it is removed. Because that is very, very important. We have to know some sort of industrial engineering. Fundamentals of industrial engineering we should know. And we have to get all this information, motivate people to this one, give all these. See, this hourly monitoring sheet my people are filling daily. Every worker fills. If he operates two machines, for the both the machines he fills separately also. The salaries I split between two machines actually, based on their time study. Again stopwatch. All our mobile has got stopwatch now. Even our smart watches have got, some of the watches have got stopwatch. So time is very important. Unless you capture the time, you cannot improve the performance. And capturing time, a scientific method is available. Germans have introduced way back in 1945 or so. One Plot is an industrial engineer who only developed the German costing system. Unfortunately, not only our institute here, our counterparts, SEMA, UK, as well as IMA, USA, nobody has gone into the details. Now, IMA is writing articles about this German costing system. They converted it into resource management accounting, like that. The resource consumption accounting, RCA they call it. But you don't bother about this one, because you again and again don't bother about accounting alone actually. This is only controlling aspects. You have to control at each and every stage. Every resource you have to control, then only your performance will improve at micro level. Manpower, machines, material, tools, dice, jigs, fixtures, space, power, everything, electricity, power and fuel, everything you can control with the single this one. This is the main this one. Performance management evolves around improving OEE only. A simple formula, simple solution. This is where you don't have to have a very sophisticated costing system and other things. MSMEs will not have. Sir, he is auditing lot of MSMEs. The financial accounting itself they will not maintain. But ISO 9000 records they are forced to maintain, because a customer is depending. The customer is insisting on ISO 9000, and ISO has to be audited by global companies, TUV or BVQA. Two companies, one Swedish company and I think BVQA is a Swedish company, TUV is a German company. Two European companies only, globally they do the audit actually. Even though there are a lot of auditors. But if your customer is a good... Certification, your customer is a good, class customer, he will insist on a audit by some reputed organization, like our PricewaterhouseCoopers or Ernst & Young, like that, some top 4 audit firms. Here, the ISO 9000 audit is done by this one, reputed international organization only. Okay, so this they will bring publications, and then now they are in the performance management. We are bringing out a book also. Institute is bringing out a book. I am also contributing. Some other people are also contributing. So in the performance management for PDF, it is available. You write to the institute and this one you can help actually. There is no problem actually. PDF is available, even hard copy, because Mr. Chittaranjan Chattopadhyaya is chairman of this task force. He said, whoever wants a hard copy, I will send it. If they write to us, our members wants it, I will send it to them actually. This is the first publication actually. This is not, doesn't have much of information actually. Subsequent publications, definitely it will have information. And we will, this performance management in MSMEs, we are bringing out here. This one, full book publication. Maybe another 2-3 months it will get published. When SAR is there in the Central Council, the present council itself will be published actually. So once that comes, you can even buy that book actually for practicing in MSME. It will be a very useful handbook, hopefully. Just because I am writing, I am not actually. So that book, we are bringing a lot of information. In fact, I told the chairman of this one task force that it has to be brought in the regional languages. You translate it in as many regional languages as possible, so that the MSME entrepreneurs should have that book. Not only you. Ultimately, they are the end customers. They should have that book. For example, long back, 30 years back, I addressed a meeting in Tirupur, Vazairi Manufacturers Association. They said, you talk in Tamil, sir. My mother tongue is Tamil, I can talking in Tamil is not a problem actually. So these people want in local language. You cannot expect them to come to your level. You have to go to them. The problem with this institute is they are not going to the customer. If you are practitioners also, don't expect that the customer will come to you. You go after the customer. As I said, 2 million MSME manufacturing units are there. Out of 2 million, even 2 lakh units are, they can afford your services. That is a very large area. The 2 lakhs, how many, I don't know how many really serious practicing cost accountants are there. Huh? No, there are serious, I am not telling you, not all are not this one. There are some serious practitioners are there. And those serious practitioners, they have to go to the MSME customers, and every month half a day you spend with them and improve their profits. Then they will be with you for life. For them, ultimately the goal is, earlier you were telling, profitability and cash flow. First you achieve profitability. Sir, he said this one I was also closely watching actually. The second item was profitability. Third item is cash flow. Once you achieve profitability, then we can concentrate on cash flow improvement also. For example, one PREDS is there for discounting of MSME bills supplies to large units. You can use it. Those things you can use. In the book, MSME performance management book, we are bringing all those details actually. So with that, you improve the cash flow. So ultimately, you will be worshipped like God by them, I am telling you. Because how to make profits, people don't know. There is a scientific formula, and we should not sit in a pedestal and dictate terms with the customer. We have to go to the customer, understand his problems, introduce this small one sheet only, you get the information, have a software, this one. Monthly you go for review with the promoter, proprietor, managing director, whoever it is. And within 3-4 months, if you are able to show the performance improvement, then he will be with you. Absolutely no problem at all. Thank you. Any questions you have?
Thank you, sir. Venkatramani, sir, you have made a very good presentation. And any question answers there, please you can tell.
Yes, for material cost management and reporting.
See, material cost recording is a yearly old system. All these goods received, note, this one, purchaser, all those things are there. whatever you want to adapt now in the supply chain management, new supply chain management environment, nobody carries more than 2-3 days material. Particularly in the engineering industry, hardly we carry 3 days material. So it is not it is first in, first out, or last in, first out, or weighted average, all those things is need not this one. And the material price negotiations are done periodically only. We all know from which date material cost is going up. Today, for example, steel prices are going proportionately. Next month onwards, my raw material purchase cost component, whatever component I am paying, will go. So these are all not highly complicated because we carry very less inventory. So whatever system you are having, that is sufficient. It has to be effective. Implementation has to be effective. That's all. And get some software. That's not a problem. Otherwise, whoever is here, they can develop a material accounting software. After all, it is a database management. This one only. You can develop a simple software for database management and this one. And other things also you can do it in the database management. For example, MS Access. It is the lowest priced this one. Per year around 5,000 rupees you pay. You get all these Excel, Word, MS Access, PowerPoint, everything you get it as a package. Annual 5,000 rupees I am talking. And they give you a huge storage, free storage, cloud storage. 1 GB or 2 GB they are giving. You can store the information there also. And if you don't want to go for Microsoft, you can go for OpenOffice also. Same database, spreadsheet, word processing, everything is available there. You can have that. So it is not a very big costly affair. The only thing is you have to write a software and develop it. And some people who are among our this one, they will be well versed in software also actually. You can do a simple program, it is sufficient actually. Because only this information has to be captured. If the supervisor collects this heavily monitoring sheet, then it has to be entered into a computer. That's all. After that, you can get the information actually.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Venkatramani sir. You gave a very nice presentation. Though you have taken a lot of pains to prepare and come, in spite of all the handicaps and efforts over here, we are extremely sorry for.
Absolutely no problem. I studied in SARC.
I know, sir.
I studied both intermediate and final in SARC. I have to give back something to the students. I think some students are here. I have to give something back to the students.
No doubt. No doubt, sir. Sorry
so
for all.
No problem at all.
I'm extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused because of the electricity problem. This problem, I'll ensure it doesn't happen in future. That's an assurance from my side I am giving. Coming Friday, we are having a guest speaker by name Shyam Shekhar. We are going to have a topic on capital market. I request all of you all to attend in the same enthusiasm as you all have come today. Don't feel, oh, today there is no power, so it will go away. Next week also the speaker is a good speaker, and I expect Venkatramani sir, because I did not mention about his profile. He was one of the earliest starters. There was an exchange called OTCA exchange, if any of you all remember, over the exchange counter, and he happened to be one of the first members in the 90s. Today SME platform has come in the BSC and other things, but he was the innovator those days itself to get a membership, but unfortunately that exchange did not see the light of the day because it was ahead of its time, and he was also ahead of his time. So I request you also to come there for Mr. Shyam Shekhar's this thing. It will be a very interesting this thing. You will be able to give more light and this thing on the MSME sector. So Shyam Shekhar is a person who is the authority on the stock market. He has already addressed in SARC during Murli sir's tenure in Rani Site Hall. And it was an investment awareness week given by the MC, if I am not mistaken. Correct, sir?
The former president of Tamil Nadu Investors Association. He got the highest profit in share market in Tamil Nadu. So many, it
He's a,
He's one of the most successful investment. His portfolios and all have gone up so much, and he writes many articles.
you will really appreciate the this
My suggestion is this raw material price variation is a big problem for MSMEs. You specialize in derivatives, the steel, aluminum, copper, everything is there in the MCX and the NCDX exchanges. You specialize in derivatives, even for cotton is available.
Correct.
Raw material for textile mills are there in Tamil Nadu, large number of textiles, spinning mills particularly. These agricultural products are input raw material for them. So you make use of those facilities and try to specialize on derivatives also. So you control these 65%, 75% raw material cost you can control. See, knowledge, you have to pick up knowledge. That's all. He said, I am, because OTC was the first electronic exchange came to India. And it is promoted by State Bank of India, LIC, GIC, IDBI, ICICI, those days, 90s, early 90s, UTA, Unit Trust of India, all the big all India organizations. Unfortunately, after NSE came, it collapsed. But that is an experience, that's all. Now it is a story forgotten actually. See, even it's a failure is an experience, that's all.
In Anna Nagar, near police station, that office.
Officer, near K4 police station.
correct.
Because I was also, my family was over there.
Okay.
So it was opposite to police station, the corner small office.
Small office.
That is for listing the small entities.
Small MSME units, SME units listing, they brought it actually. Even today, BSC and NSE has got another platform for small companies. But that is, I'm not suggesting for capital market and other things actually, but purely from raw material control, raw material price control, particularly this MCX and NCDS. You try to get derivatives, you try to specialize. See, the institute will not teach everything. You have to pick up knowledge, and they are conducting programs. You please attend and try to pick up knowledge and read material. All the materials are available in the net and other books are available. And consult experts. Initially, you have to consult some experts also, outside experts also.
In many sectors, MSMEs, the supplies, foreign manufacturers have to buy only from the local. Piyush Goyal has said in the automobile segment, if you go into the Commerce Ministry website also will be there. Any foreign manufacturers in the automobile segment, the spare parts they should not import from this thing, that rule he has put. So these are all, when you are doing the projects, which item we should suggest for our clients to manufacture, which are all competition is not there from the foreign people. These are all some of the
Yeah, how the automobile market is emerging. So that now battery operated vehicles are going to come. What will happen to people who are supplying components to IC engines? IC engines, internal combustion engine will go. So you have to warn them. Don't make new investments. And this investment also, you possible you modify it to suit the new environment. So you have to get actively involved with MSME units. Because you are reading newspapers, and you are reading all these business channels you are listening. And with that knowledge, you tell them that this component, and you read this article from McKinsey's. If you download in the mobile application, McKinsey Insight is available. It is free of cost. Each industry they analyze globally. How the electric vehicle adoption is going to happen, they are giving projections. Similarly, Pricewaterhouse, our BCG, so many other people are also publishing in this one. They are all publishing from the global perspective. And Pricewaterhouse publishes for Indian perspective. Really speaking, they have a publications, only thing is you have to search, find out and get the material actually. That will be very, very useful. You want them. You have to, what strategy they have to adopt, you have to tell them. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for coming. We respect all of you all have taken a lot of time, energy, and to have come. And once again, I'm telling you, this problem will not happen. This kind of problem happened during Murli sir's time. I'm telling you, early morning at 9 o'clock, he had a function when he was the chairman. Early morning, 9 o'clock on a Monday. So Monday morning, you can imagine how the situation will be. The entire hall was full. Even the chairs were put till the last line. The AC conged off over here. And the best of the speakers he had got. What happened was, he came and personally apologized that day, saying that I'm literally sorry, this problem will not take place. On a Monday he said, and he said on coming Friday we are going to have another program which is a continuation of the same series of talks which went on. He said we are going to have a same program on a Friday with the new ACs put on. That new ACs are put, thanks to sir, we have to give a big round of applause to him for having done it. So I am also a follower of Murli sir, and what he has said I am also going to follow. So next time this issue will not happen. And I also request the office staff to ensure this kind of problems hereafter doesn't happen. If at all you have any issues, they can also come back to me immediately. So thanking you. So we will meet on Friday. Thanking you.